And let's get back to the list here. Another deep quake in the western South American continent there. 5.1 at Chile, 114 kilometers depth. Here's a 4.0 at Atacama, 108 kilometers depth there. So deep quakes striking western South America, as we typically see. And let's talk about a human health story real quick. Again, we're going to be making a second video, possibly a third throughout the day. The biggest contributor to IQ loss no longer attributed to heavy metals like lead. Guess what to watch out for now? Pesticides and chemicals. Oh yeah. So flame retardants and pesticides. Things like glyphosate and all kinds of different flame retardants that are used in things like carpets and couch cushions and all that sort of stuff, dropping people's IQs. So yet another challenge to mankind, getting rid of some toxins, preventing exposure, appropriate disposal of these harsh chemicals. And there are quite a few of them. I'm just going to let this scroll down here so our viewers can read the article if you like. All kinds of problems such as cancer and autism and all sorts of things associated with flame retardants and pesticides. Yet another reason to go organic. Let's talk about other causes of stupidity. Let's take a quote from Senator Sanders. At the end of the day, you don't necessarily need a choice of 23 underarm spray deodorants or of 18 different pairs of sneakers while children are hungry in this country. Now, ignorance is the root of all knowledge, folks, and this is not intelligent economics, as that level of misunderstanding of economics is quite shocking. Now, let's talk about something else incredibly stupid. Geoengineering, one of the dumbest ideas in the history of mankind. The authors write, our findings underscore that a robust system of global governance will be necessary to ensure that any future decisions about solar geoengineering deployment are made for collective benefit, right? What's the headline read? Can solar geoengineering mitigate both climate change and income inequality? Oh, yes. So if you don't understand economics or atmospheric physics, this article is for you. Sorry about your loss of IQ points, but man, oh man. Tell your local senator, the president, everybody else in the world to quit geoengineering, as it is a solution looking for a problem. Geoengineering, one of the dumbest ideas of all kind. Stop the Harvard Scope X program. Stop everybody's geoengineering. And if you think that means chemtrails, I don't know what to tell you. It's not chemtrails. If you're wondering where Tal volcano is located, that's where it is. And if you look at those areas there, those are all boats. So this is a heavily populated area. Let's hope this thing doesn't go off in epic fashion, because there's going to be a lot of dead people around the Philippines if it does. I mean, I don't know how much they've really evacuated from this, but the Tal volcano is still erupting, and it's quite an interesting place, as it's a volcanic crater lake inside of a lake, and it's anyway, here's the windy.com pressure map, GFS forecast. We'll let that play through as we do most days. And thanks again, Terrence, for the coffee. Woo! Good times. And by the way, thanks to our latest patron. We do need the support, so thanks for that. Here's where we expect things to be around 1300 Zulu tomorrow. That's 1300 Universal Time, as the anticyclones east of the U.S. have finally broken up. Although there is a powerful low pressure right off the coast of Oregon, possibly increasing the risk of earthquakes there, heads up west coast. Have an earthquake plan, as I hope you already do. Here's the current volcanoes, which include Mount Abico, flight level 10,000 there. Mount Aso, possible activity there. Mount Tal, And that's in the Philippines. We just showed you where that was. Still erupting. Tocono, flight level 7,000 there. Sangay, volcanic ash not observed. Don't pitch a tent on the lower slopes of Sangay anyway. Revenador, exploding. 16,000 foot ash plume there. And although we're unable to detect Sabancaya, please do not attempt to do the Fosbury flop over the caldera. It could be unhealthful. And we see a string of lightning across the U.S. And let's take a look at this region right here. Huntsville, Alabama. Heads up, Huntsville. There's thunder rolling in. If you hear thunder, perhaps check out lightningmaps.org. You will be amazed at how accurately it's able to predict the sound waves. And here's the jet stream over the U.S. There's a bit of a concentration happening there over someplace like Illinois. And let's just zoom out, look at the Western world, look at the Eastern world, and get this video wrapped up so we can make more for you throughout the day today. There's the Western world's jet streams. An interesting split happening there in the Northern Pacific. Here's the Eastern world. Here's a value-added service, the U.S. Doppler radar map. And we are going to zoom in real quick on this. Some violent storms here. And they're going to train on those areas, folks, so I would hunker down. Perhaps get my kayak ready. And let's just zoom in on this area real quick. See what the current state of affairs is there. And that should give you some indication of what's going on and what's going to go on if you're located in those areas. And thanks, viewers who are viewing from those spots. Here's a U.S. water vapor map. Actually, it's the world water vapor map. And there you can see that compression zone happening there. Let's bring up the U.S. one, and we'll zoom in a little bit on that region. And we've centered things over western Tennessee there to show you that extreme pressure gradient zone there. And things are building up here over northern Mississippi. So it looks like things are going to get worse as the sun rises today, folks. That's going to be an ongoing situation there. And let's just reanimate that map real quick. And there's the U.S. water vapor map. The normal view that we usually show. Actually, let's look one more time here over the Colorado/New Mexico border, as there are some interesting Hall currents in that region, which are super visible in the form of parallel lines, especially ones that are perpendicular to the mode of travel of the water in the atmosphere. And the reason we look at the water vapor map, folks, is because it shows water that is not condensed onto clouds, which is indeed invisible to your eye, but not to this satellite. And let's just move on. Did you watch yesterday's cosmology segment? Actually, I believe that was 2 days ago. Did you watch yesterday's space weather video, which included the cosmology segment? Thanks, new viewers, subscribers, patrons, those who have signed up on the web forums. Here's your bonus feature. And you can see the date stamps there. This is just a few hours of setting sunspot 2756. I had it set to loop, I swear. And just a few hours, we made a Helio Viewer movie. We don't usually always do that, but hey, it's a bonus feature, and that's why it's there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember, stare at the sun, don't drink, and if you drink, don't drive, and since it'll never be now again, may that solar wind be at your back and that atherosclerosis absent from your veins.